please focus on your life. And the one thing that really helped me in life, a lot of people, they wonder, what does Yetti do? I mean, she's always smiling and happy and this and that. That's just natural. I deal with so many challenges in life like any human being. But the one thing that I reviewed, so I disconnect myself from people who are holding me back, succeeding in life. The other thing that I did, I start connecting with positive people that knows more than I do. Maggie was one of my examples. Tia and Michelle was another example, and Dr. Shirley Lou and others. I mean, that I use as a model. I always hang around with people that know more than I do. So I learn every day. My life, the excitement and the happiness, the smile comes from the learning, because I learned a lot of new things today. So I'm gonna be happy for the rest of the afternoon. It doesn't matter what happened, but my mind is just thinking about what I learned, and then I'm a better person today. Oh my God, I know this, and tomorrow is gonna bring something else to learn. So always the excitement comes from learning new. And I also hire a business coach for both businesses that I do. I've seen people in my community or other communities, they don't believe in spending money, but in this country they say you gotta spend money to make money. So I do my business coaches, I leverage everything that they tell me, but it works. Whatever works with me, what makes me happy is I shared it with other people. What worked, others needs to hear it and use it if they choose to. But my obligation when I live in this earth, sharing what worked for me, make sure others are protected. Whatever mistake I made, I shared it with them so they don't make the same mistake. I am the guard for all human beings as long as I'm living on this earth. So that is what really gives me happiness. So with that, I mean, doing the right thing or positive thing or whatever, God is expecting from us. I'm not really deeply a religious person. I never even read the Bible from the start to the end like most people, but I just have that fear. I fear God very much. So, and I try to do everything right according to my, what I believe. And for that, God always, bless me. Everywhere I go, the doors are open. I don't even know how, but even my kids sometimes, even the little things, the parking lots. I go in a building when everybody's just wandering around and making a circle. As soon as I get to the front door, somebody pulls out and we say, Mom, I don't know what kind of luck you have. Yeah, I swear to God. And I say, he's looking at me from up high, doing the right thing. And it forces me to do the right thing. Number one, I have kids and I want my kids to be looked at as somebody's kid. Not when I say somebody's kid, somebody who's really good for all human beings without any discrimination. Tomorrow I'm gonna go, but I want them to be taken care of by others. But like Guru said, I want to make sure that I designate somebody. By the way, I'm your client, I'm in by what you said today. So today, I feel good about myself. My first son, Abel, graduated from Fort Union Military Academy and is a college sophomore student at VCU. My second son, Robel, is in 10th grade at Fort Union Military Academy. I have many people that I've made through my business that I can count on as my family member. Whether they are my business partners or I make them through business or anybody, but I think I love all people and everybody here is my family. I can depend on them more than a family member because I don't believe in counting blood and flesh, but anybody who really treated me right and anybody who understood me, where I'm coming from, I'm not selfish and I don't want money. I need money to pay my bills, but money never comes first. I always care for people. So I appreciate the life every day. I'm very, very thankful. By the way, Abel and Robel, I want you to know that I am very, very grateful for giving me the positive energy. All my success comes from your positive activity and being respectful, loving, caring kids. Without your success, without your trying to achieve all this, I wouldn't make it. I always, tell my kids,
I don't care if I have a one-time meal per day. For me, I can make it. But for my kids, I don't mind if I climb a mountain. These kids put a lot of hope, energy, everything in my life. They're such a wonderful kids. Please involve your kids in everything that you do. Otherwise, they don't see how hard you work, they don't appreciate, and they don't know what you're going through to raise them. All the positive energy, all the good things comes when we involve them. I involve my kids since maybe 10 years old in every event that I go. It doesn't matter how much it costed, but they are attending my real estate business seminar from here to somewhere else out of states. They may not understand the whole thing, but I guarantee you, some of the seeds are already planted in them. One of the events that I will never forget, and I always remember when I took them to San Diego to my real estate business coach seminar, it was Darren Hardy, the Success Magazine founder and CEO, was the speaker live, and he was talking about, how young people are involved into some kind of like bad, nicotine or alcohol and different things. And he said because they didn't take care of themselves, he was showing all kind of presentation and talking about even from drinking soda all the way to everything that really destroys your body. Since that day on, my kids don't drink soda. But if I tell them as a mother, oh, don't drink my soda, they may think that I don't want to spend money on a soda. But when they hear it from somebody else, I guarantee you they get so many education that will last for life. So it is not all me, but what they see in everything that I take them. Even a lot of people at the age of 60, 70, 80, attending those kind of very expensive customer service related and live seminars, they always approach them. They say, do you know how lucky you are, kids? If our parent involved us in what we do at your age, can you imagine where we could be? But these are the things that I wanted to share. Anything that worked for me, please. If I take care of my kids, I can't take them outside of the world. My kids, myself, your kids, they all are living in the same planet. So right now, I take care of my kids, and I have also another girl, Yoru Kamon, I count as my daughter, but she has a mother and a father in a lovely family, God-fearing family. But I really want her to succeed, and I coach this young lady, the young girl. She's 21. She finished her first degree, and she's also studying for her second degree. We're like family. She always picks up the phone and she said, Yetti, I'm thinking to do this. And I said, okay. If you do this will take you there. And if you do this will take you that direction. And her family literally handed me in terms of advising her. So she's successful, and I am proud of the result that I see right now. So when you live on this earth, it's only affecting, impacting other people's life. You don't have to really birth them. You don't have to really relate to them. Just, they're human beings. God brought them to this earth. They didn't come by choice. The only option we have is just support one another and better the community and everything else. In my community, we always talk about other communities, but we don't do what we should do to achieve what others have achieved. So please do that. And there's also another exciting thing that I wanted to share. There's another young man here, Baruch, if you come please here. Baruch is also another amazing human being that my real estate business gave me as a family. Baruch have purchased a home in Silver Spring 2 years ago. He's also the older son I can count. I consulted him in what I know. He puts what he knows and what he was told in his upbringing, along with other people's help. He's going to launch another amazing company similar to Uber or an Airbnb. Technology-driven business that will really shake the carrier services, which is USPS, UPS, DHL, and FedEx. They're charging every one of us a high dollar to ship something.
okay? But with Brooks' thoughts and effort and everything that he puts in, he established a company, patented, insured and bonded worldwide as a young man in his 30s. For me, it is very exciting, and my kids will look at him as a model from today on. Today is the day that I introduced them with each other, so always positive people. You have to go extra mile to let your kids or your family member to know those people, because you will have somebody to look up, because they know more than we do. So Baruch established this company, insured, patented, bonded, and it's gonna be launched next week, soft launch. It's called fairpackers.com. And many of you, just write it down and Google it later on, and there is a video on the website. But this product will take really any one of us from the financial situation that we are today to not to the next level one step. It takes us to become a millionaire, I'm sure, I assure you that it will take us to the next level. We're really handpicked, chosen one to even hear the news today. Number one, when the company launched, many of you who have business, you can be like a FedEx or UPS designated partner. When you are a designated partner, what do? You do allow Brooks Company to use the space. You may have a space just like the size of where we stand right now. Can you imagine this space that we stand right now will generate every 24 to 48 hours, $1,500 minimum? Maybe many of you will be willing to move your dining room table and make that $1,500 every 24 to 48 hours when you know more in detail. And when he launches 90 days from today also, we're gonna have a big event. Please attend yourself, whether from far away or here, because there will be 150 pre-registered, pre-registered stock certificate. When he registers them, it will take you, like I said, I don't even know where it's gonna take me, but I feel like very bright light in my future because of him, because of what I do. Everything surrounding me right now is positive. There's nothing negative, so avoid the negatives. And then Fair Packers is gonna be launched, but anybody who's really willing to invest with whatever the company requires, you're welcome to do so. For now, the company is just looking for 15 people, but I'm not sure how many we have left. I put myself in as a first person because Baruch and I look at him like a very young brother, and I've been consulting with what I know at no cost. I don't like this charging. Our community, everything happened. We took like 3, 4 hours, 5 hours, and they said, we have to pay. And I said, no, I promised to myself until I change 100,000 people, I'm not gonna touch any money. But whatever consultation, whatever I have is yours. You see me today, you may not see me tomorrow, but if I do, everything that I have, if I give you at no cost, you'll remember me for the rest of your life. Being remembered and legacy is my main thing in life. So I don't need anything but Baruch at the end, whatever I contribute, whatever he has, whatever others contributed, he and his wife own this company. I'm very proud as a mother of 2 boys, and it's somebody that I want you to look up, including Yoru and the rest of the young people. So you talk to him later on about the company and what you want to do, but I guarantee you, because I see what works, because I've been in many different types of business, from a restaurant business to flour to real estate to financial services and other network-based businesses. But when I see it, I think my body, I feel it. So he is the guy that will take all of us on his boat to become a millionaire. So Baruch, congratulations, sweetheart. I'm very proud of you. So if you have anything that you want to show or you want to say, please do.
Thank you everybody, and thank you Yetti for giving me this chance. I think she said it all. I don't have anything to say, but we have a big opening. It will be in a couple of weeks, so everybody is invited in that opening. So there is this short video that I can show you. It's just like a 1-minute video how Fair Packers is working. As you know, like today's business has been changing dramatically. So we're trying to change the career business, because as an Ethiopian, as somebody who lived in Ethiopia and a family back home, I always try to say something back home. So there's this incident in 2015. What happens is my younger brother is a big time LeBron James fan. So whenever LeBron changes a team from Heats to Cavaliers, he needs his jersey. So he asked me to send him a Cavaliers jersey in 2015 when he came back to Cavaliers. And then I went to this Dick's shop, and then I bought a jersey for $120 or $140. So I searched people who traveled to Ethiopia, and I couldn't find anybody. So I went straight to SPS, and then I paid around $140 for express shipping. And then they said, if you have something less than 1 pound, this is what you should pay. So, rather than simply sending the jersey, I added a sneaker so that I'll be charged $140. So at least the content is, more expensive than, the service at this point. So that makes sense for me. And then I shipped out for $140. So I tried to search things because, as an IT profession, I thought there's always a way. When there's a problem, there should be a way, right? So I tried to see and look up a solution on the net, and the only choice I had that time was either to switch from carrier to carrier. Either I deal with DHL or USPS, and the price is really crazy. You guys can look up and see how much it costs us to ship a product from here to back home. Like minimum 1 pound is 120, 140, 160. It's really crazy. But people are always traveling from one place to another, right? So most of us are allowed to carry a certain space while we're traveling, but there is no platform that connects travelers with travel finders. So I tried to come up with an idea to connect those travelers with travel finders for any case. It could be a document or something. If you go to IAD while there's a flight, you'll see like handful of Ethiopians, trying to find a traveler to send document. It could be, simple stuff or so.
Medicine.
It could be medicine or it could be anything. So I tried to Google if there's any solution. I tried to USPS site to see anybody with a patent of this idea. I couldn't find anybody. So I said it's a problem and most of us need such a thing. And then I tried to find a patent, a provisional patent which connects traveler with travel finders. I know there are a lot of details, a lot of hard work behind the scenes. There are a lot of uncertainties to be covered. So we go through that, and finally we submitted a patent, and we come up with this solution called Fair Packers. We have been doing it for 2 to 3 years now, and then now it's officially done. We have everything set up accordingly, and we're waiting some time. In addition to connecting travelers and travel finders, we also included some functionalities on top of that, so that everybody would be acted as a traveler. And details will be released when the product is released, but for now, we can watch this video and then.
We'll send packages to friends and families, but are afraid of